After saving $100,000 at age 25, Tori Dunlap quit her marketing job and started a financial feminism movement called Her First 100K to help women take charge of their finances and feel economically empowered. Tori stopped by to help us in a little game of this or that when it comes to managing money wisely. Okay, so before we get into it, we have to talk about your story. It is so impressive. Why is this work so important to you?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I think the biggest thing that I want women to understand is when you have money, you have options. Every option and choice opens up to you. You can go to therapy, you can start a business, you can have kids or not have kids, you can donate to causes that you believe in. And so for me, the financial education is your best form of those options and those choices.
Yeah, it's almost like freedom, right? Okay,
it really
so
is.
Knowing exactly, though, where to put your money is really confusing. I mean, if you have the extra funds, should you pay off some student debts or other debts? Should you invest it? Like, where do we begin?
Yeah, the first priority is an emergency fund. But if you're wondering debt versus investing, the 7% rule is what we're looking at. So if your interest rate on your debt is over 7%, you're going to pay that off first. If it's under 7%, you can actually be making more money in the stock market versus trying to pay off that debt more aggressively.
Okay, that's interesting. All right, this is the age-old question. Should we be buying or leasing our cars?
Buy if we can.
It's a fight between everyone.
Totally. We want to be able to buy our cars outright if we can. That way you're not, renting something that you don't own and that's constantly depreciating in value. And certified pre-owned cars are a great way to go if you can.
Okay, and then if there's an item that you use regularly and it goes on sale, should you buy it in bulk and stock up, or should you only buy what you need at that time?
Okay, so here's the thing is I live alone, but I love Costco, right? So that's the constant thing is do you buy in bulk? I buy in bulk a lot if I know I'm going to use it before it expires, right?
Okay.
So toilet paper, perfect example.
Right.
But if it's spices or something, I don't need, this big of garlic powder.
Bottle.
Right. So that is something I'm not going to buy in bulk.
But then my thing is where do you store it? If you don't have the space for it, then you're just drowning in toilet paper.
Exactly. Well, and that's the thing you have to think about is bulk for the things that you know you're going to use and that you're going to go through a lot, but buy individual sizes of the things that are more perishable or that you don't have room for.
All right, fair enough. All right, if you're able to buy a home, should you be personally living in it or should you be renting it?
Yeah, I think the first part is if we're able, because the vast majority of people are unfortunately not able to buy homes, right? And this is what we talk about in my work a lot. If you're able to buy a home, though, it's really a personal choice. It actually, yes, we have to, argue does the math work, but I want you to know you want to be a homeowner. The vast majority of people, and myself included, heard the story of oh, you have to be a homeowner, and if you're not, you're just flushing money down the toilet as a renter. I love renting. I'm a multimillionaire who rents, and I love the flexibility of that. So it's beyond the financial choice. It's really what fits your lifestyle and what do you actually want.
Okay. I think this one a lot of people might be struggling with. Should you negotiate a higher salary for a job that you like or go look elsewhere and potentially get a better salary, but maybe not like the job?
Jessica, you're going to do both. You're going to do both at the same time. You are going to negotiate, hopefully, at your current job and see what they say and see what happens, while also keeping your options open for everything else. Fun fact, you are more likely to get a raise or to get a salary increase when you first start a job. So this is why, job hopping, unfortunately, has been, it's like a taboo, but we've seen, especially post-pandemic, that one of the best things you can do for not only your career, but your general salary is to actually start looking every 2 years or so to see what your options are.
Wow. Okay. And then last one, should folks prioritize getting life insurance or should we save that extra money for other needs?
Yeah, it depends on your life. If you have somebody who's dependent on your income, if you have children, if you have a spouse who's dependent on your income, that's a great time to get life insurance. It's a small amount every single month, and it's just like car insurance, right? We hope to not need it, but it's really, really needed when we need it.
Absolutely.
And the thing about life insurance, too, that I wish more people understood is it's not just for the earning partner. If you and your partner, if you're a non-compensated working mom, right? You're a stay-at-home mom, you need life insurance, too, because if something happens to you, your, cost of cooking and cleaning and chauffeuring your children around, that's $160,000 a year. So both partners, both the earning partner as well as the non-compensated working partner, you both need life insurance.
Great. Tori, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And for more of Tori's money tips, check out her weekly podcast, Financial Feminist.